Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you're here. I want to take a quick second and shout out the channel members. Thank you all. I appreciate you all more than you know. And to welcome anybody who happens to be coming through checking out the EDC content, my knife content. If you like it and you're so inclined, if you'll hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon, it would really help me out, and it will keep you updated when I update new content. So today is an overview / review of a knife that I unboxed a week or so ago that has been out for a while. It's come out in several different variations, and I'd heard good about it. I'd heard bad about it. I was very impressed with the unboxing. And I've been living with it for a while, and I wanted to share my thoughts on the Quiet Carry Drift. Right out of the gate, the Drift is a very sleek, small, medium-sized knife that just fits my hand fantastically. They have since come out with a large drift, which if I'm not mistaken is about ½ inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch larger, which would probably be good for people who, like a larger knife, but like this form. What this form surprised me the most, I think, with is it is so thin. It's a very, very thin package. It is titanium, and I'm kind of colorblind, but I want to say the titanium is a dark bronze type color. To me, it almost looks brown, but it's just done very, very well. You've got this micro milling on the show side. You've got no visible hardware because it uses, of course, the pivot, and you've got this barrel hardware. You've got the 4 quiet carry kind of style marks there. And then you've got this nice stone-washed Vanax blade that, again, what has originally and continued to surprise me is the thinness and the keenness of the edge on this knife and its effectiveness as an EDC cutter. It's a frame lock. The back side has your hardware here, which if I'm not mistaken is all T8, 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 and T8 for the lock bar insert. So no reversible clip. Maybe, no, the clip's not reversible, but very nice thin frame lock with your inset cut on the inside. This knife, I was letting my buddy A to Z play with it, and he's got much bigger hands, and he was having a hard time getting it to fully deploy because the studs, he felt, sat a little proud of the scales, and they would bump into his fingers. I had never had that problem or even noticed it, but I'll point it out. I find the studs to be very pleasing. They're very able to be engaged with. They're kind of pyramid shaped, and I haven't had them bump into my fingers, but keep that in mind. You've also got this really nice stop pin back here, and the blade locks up with authority. No side to side, no up and down. I've not taken this knife apart. Let's see if I can tell if it's cage bearings or ceramic washers. Guys, I can't tell. It feels like washers, but I don't know if I'd know the difference. And I will break it down and check it out. Because if I'm not mistaken, I've seen skiffs that fit this knife, but I don't want to take it apart on this overview. I do want to cut some stuff with it. I do want to do some size comparisons with it. I want to get you guys a weight because it is a very light package. Get you some dimensions on the blade thickness and the thinness of this handle. I kind of put this in the same category, even though it's not USA made. It feels to me very, only in the slimness factor, TRME. You've got this stone-washed Vanax blade. So my understanding is this knife is pretty much rust-proof. Give me 1 second, let me get some paper. I've got it right here. I don't know why I moved my pile. I've got it back over here now. I actually stuck some in the printer earlier, but that's not your problem. I'm just wasting your time, and I do apologize. So, I've been using it since the unboxing, but if you remember in the unboxing, I kind of declared this not only a laser beam, which is a term that's used kind of loosely for sharp knives, but I can listen to a blade pass through material because I cut so much, and you can tell blade geometry, keenness of edge. And guys, this knife is a joy to cut with. It is a joy to carry. It is a joy. I paid, I want to say, $310 for this knife, and there are a couple of variations in stock now. No L's, but they do have some of these in stock, and I didn't know what to expect. I kind of bought it for science. I've got some other quiet carries in my collection that I've become very, well, I guess the 9 is the big one. I had won a Waypoint from the Brother Brown auction. Purchased a Waypoint or won a Waypoint. I forgot how it went. So the first quiet carry that I had in my collection was this guy right here. And it's a liner lock. It is definitely on washers, and it is not what I would consider a finesse knife. It's a beautiful knife, cuts very well, also Vanax, also completely rust resistant. But the action on this one, to me, is far superior. Then, or before, after the Waypoint, I picked up the 9, which is a bearing knife, which is probably one of my biggest surprises in 2023 because it is so nimble and so drop shutty and so bearingy. And then after I got this, I was back on Quiet Carry's site. We haven't done a review on this one yet, but this is the large IQ. The IQ was one of their first designs. If these are still available, these were on sale for $149, and they're regularly a $300 knife. And M390, flipper only, just really nice sheep foot blade. But what you see across all the quiet carries, which I like, is their little 4-dot kind of insignia. But I digress. I broke them out just to show them in comparison. So it slices like a demon. We've seen it across next to some other quiet carries, but let's look at it next to our Civivi Baby Banter. And I'll butt these up this time. And our Cold Steel 4 Max with the Satu edge. And then we will see what it's like next to the Benchmade Bug Out. And instead of the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, let's look at a Benchmade Mini Bug Out. So right in there between the closer to the mini bug out in length, but a much taller, I think more stable package. Blade stock a little bit thinner, carry profile a little bit thinner. Let's get the tape measure, and we will learn that the OG quiet carry, the regular, is 7 inches long, 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle. Grip to the choil is 4 1/4. From right here where I hold it to right here, that's 4 1/4. The back grip, we'll call it a comfortable 3 1/4. It's actually closer to 3 1/2. And now let's zero out our calipers. And right up here by the studs, look how thin that is, 0.0885. Behind the edge, I'm just going to get one measurement back here, 0.0130. And then our handle thickness is going to come in at a very nice narrow 0.37. So guys, I can, without a doubt, if somebody said, Javon, I'm looking for a light $300 knife that's going to kind of hang out in salt environments, and I don't take good care of my knives, and I don't want it to rust, would you recommend the Quiet Carry Drift? Before I bought this knife, I'd heard good things about it. I'd heard bad things about it. I'm still wanting to talk to Tri-State because I forget what his issue was, but mine has been perfect. Comes in at under 3 ounces, 2.75 ounces. A very, very light package for a 3-inch knife. I'm a huge, huge fan, not just of the Drift. I started out with the Waypoint, even though it wasn't a knife that I would have normally bought, since I won it in an auction for Brother Brown. I felt like it was it's definitely a forever knife, but I felt like it was, you know, it was kind of meant to be. So when I had an opportunity to buy the 9 from a brother in the community who bought 2, I took a chance on it, and it has turned out to be an absolute joy. So I picked up on Black Friday. There wasn't really a sale. It was right before Black Friday. I picked up the Drift because I wanted to try it out, and then went back to the website on Black Friday. They had this knife and the stonewash titanium in the large IQ, which is a full-size knife but very thin. Review coming soon. I'm a Quiet Carry fan, guys. I hope you found this video somewhat entertaining, informative, helpful if you're looking at this knife. I forgot to mention, that's not a lanyard loop there. That is, matter of fact, it is a funky ass lanyard loop that you've got a hole right here, right? Your hardware is right here, and you've got this tail hole, so you could run your cord if you wanted to right through here and right through there. See that? So that's like our little footnote. Guys, I love you all. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the content. I appreciate you more than you know. All I ask is please, please, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. And choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.